Hey everyone, Tanya Patxot here. I'm going to talk to you today about the dangers of when you're hearing a lot of the teachings about niching, finding your niche or niche, whichever one, however you want to say, potato potato. When you're trying to do your brand or build your business. So you might know me already, but my name is Tanya Patxot. I'm also known as the Truthpreneur, and I love to bring truth, character, and integrity to the industry of business. And a lot of my work is, I do a lot of work online, but I do work offline as well. And so I help you develop a marketing, branding blueprint, okay, for your business. So you know exactly what products to create, exactly what education that you need, and exactly where you're going and the process of where you're going. So there's no confusion and delay and really getting your message out for the world to see. So if you're watching this over, right? I know there's some watching it live, but if you happen to be watching this over, I'm saying hello to all the people that are watching the replay. So let's get to it. I went into the business dictionary, okay, and I wanted to read to you exactly what niche marketing is. Then I'm going to tell you a little story that can help you understand really the power behind it, all right? So exactly what niche marketing is, or niche marketing, is concentrating all marketing efforts on a small but specific and well-defined segment of the population. Okay, niches do not exist but are created by identifying needs, wants, and requirements that are being addressed poorly or not at all, right? So essentially what you're doing is you're developing and delivering goods or services to satisfy that need. Okay, so essentially you're looking to be that big fish in a small pond. Now, what I want to bring to you, though, is something slightly different, okay? Because this is the story. I'll share with you the story first, and it'll make sense. So I heard this story, and I thought it was really great, and it really brought some clarity to me when I'm looking at branding, right? Which is also not just the design aspect, but it's your message, right? That God-given message that you have within that you need to share, that solution that you want to bring to the world. And I would always narrow down so much that it was very difficult until I realized that when I read this story, it was about the real reason how niche or niche marketing was birthed. And it was essentially, let's just say, a mattress company, okay? A mattress company comes and says, I have a mattress, I want to sell it, and I need to promote it. So I am going to do an ad for the elderly. And then I also want to do an ad that's really specifically narrow and niche down. I want to do that for, let's just say, women that are pregnant, okay? I want to do it for, men that have back problems, or people that have back problems. So do you see what happened? The marketing aspect that was so narrow and defined was done through the marketing aspect, the message that was changed to be able to relate to those people, okay? But the product never changed. The product never changed. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll see that I've spoken a little bit about marketing. I've spoken about social media platforms, or branding, or getting clarity on your purpose. But that was how the products that I developed specifically for that topic. Does that make sense? And then what I did from there is I advertise that specific product to those specific people. But if you followed me, I have done the same exact thing, right? I bring clarity to help you develop a blueprint to walk out exactly what you need to walk out for the call of God in your life. That's it. My brand has never changed, but the products that I promote or that I put forward, all right, that I create, lessons, things like that, they change because you're learning what the industry needs, right? So I really want to encourage you today to just look at this from a different perspective, because a lot of times I get responses and personal messages and things like that of individuals, maybe like yourself, that are struggling because they're developing brands that are so narrowed down that they're not happy. They feel like they can't really, especially multi-passionate people, they're not able to speak about multiple things because it'll take away from their brand. So I want you to brand wide, okay? Brand wide, market narrow. Make sense? So I have multiple niche markets, okay? Multiple. My brand is wide. I can help any business technically, right? Because if I'm saying I help online entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general, I've done plans, I've done all this type of stuff on and offline for any business, okay? It doesn't matter. My skill is my skill. I'm educated because I'm educated. So all I got to do is, think of something new and come at it with a different perspective. Does that make sense? But my products are niche specific or niche specific, okay? They're specific to a certain kind of person in the industry that might need help with that, right? So I want you to think about that. Brand wide, okay? And niche, and market. When you're doing your niches, do a niche market, which is narrow. Brand wide, market narrow. Brand wide, market narrow. What you'll end up finding is that you are going to be so much more at peace because you have a flexibility. If you brand narrow, you will box yourself in, okay? And so just want to help you do that. And the reason also for that is because, I'll add to this before I leave, it's super, super important to allow yourself room to grow. So comment below, tell me what your thoughts are. I'd love to help you. If you need any help, message me, let me know. Have a good day.